Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your mid-October sort of mini look at the energies around you. I'm just going to pull a Lenormand. I haven't done it yet. Oh, you got the maze. Okay, so I think was it Libra that got the maze? Obviously the maze is about confusion. Yeah, I mean, a little bit puzzled about what's going on, what lies ahead, that sort of thing. Doesn't have to be a bad card, okay? Because sometimes we enter into confusion. It's part of the path, Sagittarius. It just is. Tends to be the shadow side of Neptune energy, yeah? So Neptune energy is obviously about feeling not sure about the direction of something. So when I do a birth chart, I tend to look at Neptune, where it's transiting, and realizing, I mean, Neptune's beautiful planet, but it's shadow. Every planet's got a shadow and a gift, and every sign's got a shadow and a gift. Is a little bit of confusion. So it's retrograde until the end of November, guys. Don't laugh. Do not laugh. I'm sure you're not going to laugh. I've got it in my earth houses and I'm completely walking about with a blindfold on. So listen, what I'm going to do, pull 7 cards. We'll find out where this maze is taking place. It might be about, it's either going to be relational or life direction. Yeah, I don't know why, because we tend to get the maze when it's an outer manifestation of something, rather than our inner being. It tends to be about something in the external world, which the external world tends to be about creativity, work, and our relationships. So please give me 7 cards to help Sagittarius to see if you can give some clarity to this feeling of being in a maze. So what you want is the 4 of Pentacles. So either someone's withholding, you're withholding, or the 4 of Pentacles. All the 4s represent security and stability. All the 4s do. Let's find out more. The gift is the Knight of Wands. Lovely night. The challenge is the Fool. Yeah, the Fool and the 4 don't go together, guys. The Fool is the free spirit who lives day to day, you know, very much in the here and now. And the 4 is all about security and stability. So I can see why it's a challenge. Let me find out more. 9 of Swords in your relationships. Is that what the maze is, guys? So 9 of Swords is the card of projecting, yeah? Projecting onto the future. But if you have a look at her heart, there's a shielding going on. Let me find out more. Okay, money and work, you get the Tower card. I will check it. I don't read the Tower card as a negative. It's the planet Aquarius, and Uranus tends to free us from limitations, but I'll find out more. You got your own card at a soul level, beautiful, and the Magician is the outcome. The Magician's really powerful for I think every sign's got it. What's the Tower card doing here? Because yeah, it's with the Strength card, and the Strength card is now disappeared, but the Strength card is Leo. This is the Leo Aquarius axis. December is really us tremendously going into Aquarius energy. So I'm getting most of my clients ready for December, by the way. So the age of Aquarius is the age of individuation and bringing forward your own Leo. And Leo is the energy of the heart. It's about soul's purpose, okay? So I'm not getting anything destructive here. In fact, I'm getting more a sense of wanting to break free, to tell you the truth, because there's a combination of cards that I see quite a lot together. And they tend to show up when someone wants to break out of something, but there tends to be an issue about security. Oh, actually, always, I have never not seen the case. And what shows up quite a lot is the Tower and the Four, and the Four and the Fool. Because the Tower and the Fool card are so much liberation from the norm. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't want to be, I feel like cliche after cliche, but it is very, very, very much, we are right on this age of, when Jupiter goes into Aquarius and Saturn goes into Aquarius in December, that's it now, we've entered into a new era. And that's what the Tower card's about, guys, okay? Especially with the Leo card. It's I will bring forward my sense of destiny. And with the Knight of Wands as the gift, they're all telling the same story. But at the same time, you don't want to let go of the security of that Four. That is the soul's dilemma. It is the soul's dilemma. It very often shows up as the nodal axis in a birth chart, if you know your birth chart. And it's always between safety and the known, yeah, to pioneering a new journey and a new pathway. And you want to pioneer a new pathway. Look, the Magician's the outcome. This is about the yang energy. This is bringing something forward into manifestation, which is breaking away from a sense of security and bringing in your Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is the guru, as you know. It's the teacher of universal law, occult truths, esoteric truths. My Mars is in Scorpio in the 9th house. And this is how I operate my 9th house energy, to astrology, tarot, that sort of thing. And this is what's going on for you. It's been a tough year for Jupiter. I mean, oh my God, I mean, it's been, your ruler's been in Capricorn conjuncting Pluto and Saturn. Oh yeah, it must have been really, really tough for you guys. I know a lot of yous have made the most of it. A lot of yous really, really have. But in this last couple of months, it's like you're trying to break through to the next stage of your growth, which is going to be totally Aquarius, by the way, just for everyone. But you want the Four. And the Four is the security of a paycheck. It's the security of the known. And these energies can be worked with, Sagittarius, by the way. They can be worked with. Like, sometimes people are pioneering a new chapter in their lives and they do a part-time job when, you know, to meet the basic needs in order to launch something different. That tends to be, it's what I did for a lot of years, guys, okay? Adrenal fatigue. But I did it, and so there's ways that you can work with it. I don't know if also this is about keeping yourself safe in a relationship. So the Nine of Swords is about fear of vulnerability, and the Four of Pentacles is about hiding vulnerability. What I don't love about the Four, especially as a Sagittarius, in my other decks, he keeps his crown chakra covered up, which means he's not following his guidance, which is temperance at a soul level, which I bet you is talking to you constantly at the moment. And it's probably, it doesn't actually, sometimes it does come like a bulldozer. Change comes as a bulldozer when we've not been following our intuition, by the way. Every catastrophe I've had in my life, I've traced back to me not following my guidance. And eventually the universe came in with a sledgehammer. Because the Four The Four can be shutting off guidance in order to hang on to a sense of knowing, a sense of stability, and a sense of continuity. Classic example, we stay in a relationship and we pay the price with our mental and emotional health. That's quite often how these cards play out. Or we stay in a job we don't want because of the security of the paycheck. It's goddamn hard, Sagittarius, to individuate and bring our unique voice through at the moment. But we literally we have till December, then it's going to heat up incredibly. And next year will be, after next year, the door will start to close again. So we need to honour our need for security. But you need to honour the messages coming from your soul. The Magician is an outcome, is an energy that wants to bring what's within it to the outside world and turn it into some definition and form and vision for themselves. I guarantee you that's what's going on here. You're being guided with that Knight of Wands. He's a bit instinct, curiosity, a sense of, oh my gosh, I just need to move in this direction. The Fool's a challenge, and these cards are polar opposites. Because for the Fool, the Four of Pentacles, listen guys, I love my security. Honestly, I do. Don't you worry about it. But these are polar opposites. The Fool carries no karma. He carries no story because he's dug out all the shadows from his unconscious mind, and so he's dug out the fear of taking risks. He's dug out the fear of opening his heart. Now, whatever's going on in your relationships, you're only one step away from the 10. I adore the 10 of Swords, one of my favourite cards. Everyone's got their own way of reading cards. I tend to follow astrology as well. So the 10 of Swords is it's almost like I would rather take a risk and be hurt and live with my heart on my sleeve and with an open heart than to live in this shadow realm of fear and anxiety, guys, okay? God, you get an intense reading. It's almost like there's something way deep within you, some calling, and it's like, I mean, you're getting ready for December, and I've been really trying not to talk about December, but I want people to be purging out the fears, to be purging out the shadows, to get ready for this. And look, you've got Jupiter in Aquarius. I put the Fool as Aquarius. Not everyone does, but Aquarius is the energy of freedom from the norm. And there's a part of you wants it, and a part of your, I'm going to use the word smaller self. I don't like the terminology, but you tell me a better word. Wants to hold on to its rhythms, its regularity. And we don't do that because anything's wrong with us. It's just because it's there's a part of us that loves our safety. And there's another part of our soul that longs for this freedom. And your soul's longing for freedom. Tell me what's going on with Sagittarius in their relationships. Not about, although your relationships, you've been having quite a lot of intense cards in your relationships. God, aren't they hard right now? Oh my God. Honestly, it's like being purged alive. 7 of Wands. I quite like the 7 of Wands. The door's open. I don't know, for this reading, I think there's a lot of protection going on. Who's the other person? Yeah, the other person's the 8 of Swords. So I'm thinking. So it's almost as a very powerful fear dynamic between you and another person, and I think it's about safety. Everyone closes their heart. I'm not saying you've got a closed heart, Sagittarius, far from it. Because the most vulnerable thing in the world is to open our heart up to another person. It's what everyone fears the most. Actually, I think we'll put that fear onto other things, but the essential fear is that fear of opening our heart, taking risks. There's a lot of desire for outer manifestation. Do you know just about every sign's had the Magician? And it's almost like, I have an idea, anyone who listens to the tarot, and especially me, I'm not a drama reader. Yeah, I don't, oh my God, you know. So there's a sense of, they all have a sense of purpose, and the Magician's wanting to bring something into manifestation, so into form. But this is about how you live in the world, and it's, I think some of you have got this whispering going on. Might be more than a whisper. Catastrophic change happens when we ignore our knowing. That's it. That's what COVID is. We ignored everything for too long, and now it's catastrophic change has happened. Can you give me a guidance card for Sagittarius, please? Particularly, I love it. It's just a relationship thing. I'm a bit, what's going on here for you? Yeah, Page of Wands. This is about making a choice. It's a very decisive card, the Page of Wands. And even though it's a page, it's an action card with the offer the wand rather than holding it up as a defense. It's about opportunities. It's about saying yes to something. There's one of the biggest soul's dilemmas always between security and the unknown, guys, always. And I said in your birth chart, look at your nodal axis. That's where you find out where you've been asked to pioneer in Pluto's opposition house. And Uranus, there's loads of actually, sorry, where you've been asked to pioneer a brand new destiny for yourself. Listen, my link to my website's below. Anyhow, wherever you are, I wish you well, Sagittarius. I'll be back for November's reading, hopefully. Page of Wands is a message, is about reaching out, saying yes to something. Because it looks like there's a little bit of a division between you and someone else. Oh my gosh. Better go, guys. Bye.